Hello and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Katie Van Buren and I am a photographer training specialist here at Pictage. Today we're going to be talking about the Pictage Protect Insurance Program. As a Pictage or ShootQ member, you get access to group rate pricing on insurance provided by Philadelphia Insurance Company. They're an A+ rated carrier. Now the standard program has a $550 annual premium, and that's broken up into two different types of liability. And the first type of liability is a general liability, and the premium of that is $300 out of the $550. And this includes $1 million in occurrence and $3 million in aggregate. The occurrence is per occurrence, and then $3 million in aggregate means for the year. $5,000 premises medical payments, and damage to premises rented, $300,000. For the general liability, it's for an annual revenue up to $300,000 included in the minimum premium. If you have an annual revenue of more than $300,000, you'll want to ask questions about that. For errors and omissions, you would get $25,000 per occurrence, and this just means it's basically a professional liability. If a client questions the quality of your work or your overall performance, this is where you would have the $25,000 per occurrence. You also get included with your general liability at no additional charge to you certificates of insurance issued with blanket additional insured and blanket waiver of subrogation where required by contract. And this mostly is if a venue is requiring for you to have this, and this is given to you at no charge. And then you also have sexual abuse and molestation, $50,000 per occurrence, $100,000 aggregate of coverage. The second part of your coverage would be the inland marine, and this is a premium of $250. This is where we get the $550. This includes your camera equipment up to $15,000. Increased limits are available. Computer equipment, $15,000 of computer equipment, and $15,000 of media. So this would be the media would be your memory cards. And for miscellaneous equipment, you would also get $15,000, and this includes rented, loaned, borrowed, or owned equipment, including office equipment. Another part of the inland marine is the fact that you can add premium to increase your limits. So for example, if you have more than $15,000 worth of camera equipment, which most of us do, you would be able to add $1 per $100 in value. So if you needed to add an extra $1,000 in coverage, it would be $10 to add that for the year, which is really great. It's actually half the competition. And then you also have additional options. So above the standard premium, if you needed things like, let's say you do a lot of destination photography and you travel internationally quite a bit, there is worldwide coverage that's available, and it's basically just an extension available for an additional premium of $100. So this would include that you have all the coverage that we just discussed, but then it would also cover anything that would happen internationally. And then it also includes money and securities coverage. An option for that is available for $10,000 on premises or $5,000 off premises. This really is just for theft of cash. So if you were to have a lot of cash that you keep in your studio, and it would cover up to $10,000 worth of cash, and this is an additional option. Most of us don't keep loads of cash on hand, so it doesn't apply to a lot of studios. Another type of additional coverage is above the standard premium, and this is coverage for non-owned automobile liability and hired auto physical damage availability. Coverage for owned automobiles also available, and this protects your company should it be sued due to an auto accident when one of your employees, let's say, is on company business, and the coverage protects the company. It only responds in excess to the driver's personal auto liability coverage, and the coverage limit on this is $1 million. Hopefully this gave you a good overview of what the Pictage Protect program is all about. It's pretty straightforward, but if you do have additional questions or if you're ready to sign up, you can always join us, and we have our two different pages here. If you're a ShootQ member, you can visit our ShootQ insurance page, or if you're a Pictage member, you can visit the Pictage insurance page. But they also would be happy to answer any additional questions that you might have that are specific to your studio's needs, but this gives you a good idea of the overall coverage that's included. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you all have a great week.